This is our patio area, and as you can see, some of it's missing. Yeah, this is part of the old ruin that is on our land, and we need to make it a nice decking area so we can easily come into our motorhome. But also, we've got a band playing on this next year for our wedding, and I don't think they'll be too impressed with it right now. So the plan for this project is to use these whiskey barrels, which I don't know if you can see in this video, and we're going to place them in the corners, which is going to line up with our shed, which is right here. And then within these whiskey barrels, we're going to have a 4x4 posts, about 3 meters tall, and there's going to be one here, one in that corner, and I'm going to join it all up with some 5mm wire, and then we're going to have a canvas tarp in the middle here, which is going to have carabiners on all of the eyelets, so it can slide back and forth, and we can have a nice sheltered area for in the evenings, and we can pull it back if we want to look at the stars, or if it's snowing or raining, we can just put it over and close it all off. So yeah, that is the current plan. However, as I've been moving everything around and eyeing up where this whiskey barrel needs to go, I've come to realise that it's going to be around here, which means a lot more work. So if you're new here, this area was covered in rocks from the old dwelling, and we got back to this point thinking it was the back retaining wall. However, more and more rocks are just sort of slowly dropping off, and so I think maybe we need to carry on moving rocks. Okay, so I've been doing a fair bit of digging, and this is what we have found. Hoping that you can see this, but this is the old foundation wall. It came across here, and it comes down here for obviously this side of the building. And I do believe I was right, this is like the retaining back wall. And the reason I'm saying that, so the selection of rocks that we have here, which would work out to be what a wall would be, and this is old mortar that they used to put obviously in between all of the rocks. So yeah, I believe this is our external wall, or retaining wall. And we got this big rock here, and we got this big rock here, and this is the area that I need to put this whiskey barrel. And that is purely because our canvas tarp that we've bought for here is 4 meters wide. The shed is, I think, 3.7. So yeah, it's just going to stick out further than the actual wall there. And yeah, it needs to be here. And it also needs to be in line with here. Obviously we can't go too far this way because this is where the van is. So yeah, it kind of needs to be like center of this side. So these are right in the way. It's 2:30. Feels so much later in the day. Well, we got the whiskey barrel in. That's good. Pretty happy with where it is. And when I was digging that out, I did find a few things. I found a bit of cast iron guttering, A bit more of the corrugated roof. Found some more of that as well, which led me to believe like that there had to be more here. Where I found the cast iron guttering, it was quite low. So obviously this is just years of build up behind here, and I thought, you know what, screw it. We had this bit which had fallen away, and I just took some of the stones, like this one, that one, started pulling them out, and curiosity got the better of me. I just carried on going, and we have found another slab. So something is also here. Something is behind here. So that's added to this project, really. If there's more foundations underneath here, I'd like to expose it. Even if it's like not as big, maybe it's just like a little room. I don't know, but we need to investigate it. We need to find out. And to be honest with you, I'm quite tired. Just doing that bit, and I did have a good tidy up. We had a metal pile up here. I've moved all of that now into one pile, which is over there. We had some branches and stuff. I just had a good tidy up, really. You probably can't tell. So I'm exhausted, and I'm now wondering how the hell did we do all of this. So this is what I found. As you can see, that's the foundation down there. That's a slab. It's an old room. There is this gap in between, which is again a bit strange. Again, don't know if there was like a door and a threshold here or something. What do you reckon, Odin? Can you suss it out? Any thoughts? Oh yes, mate, go on. You crack on, bud. Is that it? Is that it? More? No, don't put it back in. Is that soil nice and cool, mate? Enjoy. Let's talk about that. I may not have been recording that. So it looks like my head's cut off.
So successful.
You crack on, mate. So we've just pushed through and we have found a slab underneath here. Odin's just currently working, he doesn't want to take a break. It doesn't look like it goes much further towards that way, and it looks like it's as far as the back of the building. But it does come this way, and I've just pulled out this soil stack, which was at the back, and it's got the rodding point on it.
Okay, oh.
So underneath Kevlar, pretty much bang in the middle of him, there is a soil pipe which heads towards the manhole and down the hill. And on the other side of Kevlar is where we had our little like storage area when we camped here last year. And inside there, it looked like it had a waste pipe in the ground there. So we thought the toilet area was over there, but possibly there might have been one here as well. Well, this area is no way connected to the old dwelling. This is like a extension on the side. And if she fostered children, then
Maybe they would have needed more.
yeah, maybe this was her room. Maybe she had the ensuite. Yeah, we're going to carry on digging now. We're going to come this way, sort of towards Kevlar. I've kept this part in the middle here just because I still think it is a wall. It's quite tightly compact, so I'm trying to not take too much away and sort of come around the back and see what we find. Well, this is what we found. Yeah. When I started digging, I thought, oh, we're going to find out the mystery, if there is more. And we did find more, but hasn't answered the mystery. It is literally this big. We've dug around the edge, and there's nothing. There's nothing going that way. There's nothing going that way anymore. We found the old soil stack up against the back here. There's two theories. Oh, and by the way, sorry about the wind today. It's also a little bit rainy, and I'm meant to be carrying on with this today, so we'll see if that happens. My theory now is, there's two theories. This was either a back door, and then this was just a little, you know, porch slab kind of thing. And I imagine if we carried on digging around, possibly we might find a path, because there was obviously the ditch behind the house. Maybe that was a path and it has just filled up over time, obviously, but I don't know. Because we found the soil stack here, and right underneath the front cab of Kevlar, there's a clay soil pipe which goes down to the manhole over there. So because they were so close, maybe this was just a little cloakroom toilet, you know, and there's no pipe in the ground because maybe, I don't know, it went out the back of the wall and then round to that. Maybe there was a basin, but again, the waste just went straight outside. There's no signs of a toilet in here or anything like that. This section here, I did find bits of wood like this. Obviously, this is what's left of it. This would be like the heart of the wood that was maybe here. Maybe there was a frame. I think I am leaning more towards it being a back door and there was a path going around to the back. As you can see down here, I've dug it out just to kind of show you, and I'll bring you in for a closer look, don't worry. But yeah, this is like the edge of the slab, so this doesn't continue. And this section here, again, this is where I found like mortar in between the rocks, which obviously indicates that it was like the outside of the building. So we've kind of left that as it is. But what we're thinking for doing for this now, there's two things again. One, just putting my bins here. Simple. But I think what we will do is go through the rocks and find the flat ones, kind of like this one right here and one right there. And I think we're just going to make a couple of steps, which brings us up to the back here, because we do walk around this way to go to like the roof tent and eventually around to like the fire pit area, and also up here to like Isabella, and Odin has got like a little sunbathing spot over there. So yeah, that's that's what we found. But I did do something else. So as you can see in the whiskey barrel, all of this stuff is basically old hardcore. Well, it's not old hardcore. I'm going to use it as hardcore. Yeah, it's just old cement and rocks and stuff like that. So when we fill these up with concrete, we're going to throw a load of this in as well, just to act as a bit of hardcore, a bit of ballast. There's a big one here just to break up. There's also this bit in the wall here, and yeah, within all of the rocks, so you've got this big one here that we'll probably smash up, and then yeah, again, just like loads of little bits again just to smash up. But it just saves using obviously like the nice rocks. I'd rather use that. But I also went along this edge and cleaned it all up, and now we're at this point. Whew. Yeah. Right, okay, that didn't take too long. So yeah, it looks like we found like the old sub base for this floor. It comes along here, it sort of disappears, and we've leveled this out now with the bottom of this step. And the plan for us is to, once we build the deck in, we will put like that stone there. We'll probably put down here as like a little step, otherwise it is quite a step up. Found some few things as well. We now know what was on the floor back in the day. I'll clean that up and hopefully put a photo up for you. But yeah, it's an old floor tile, which I will actually be careful with because I know some of them had asbestos in. Fingers crossed that didn't. Found an old squidgy ball, either for the kids or for a dog. But yeah, that was in here. We got a bit of Lego. And again, just some old guttering. I actually found a cast iron guttering clip, which is pretty cool. First one of those. Yeah, bit of more guttering, and yeah, more glass, obviously. So yeah, now I've got a good idea of what we're working with here. Well, that's in place. It's pretty level. I probably will fine tune it. You're probably saying, why are you putting it down on mud? Like, it's just going to rot away. This isn't staying here long, alright? I don't mind if these barrels rot away, it's not a problem. With that being said, I am tempted to put it on some rocks, which I do have a big section of the old floor, and I think it might fit. And I'm tempted maybe to lift that round here and put this on top of it. I think I do have a bit to knock off of it though. Let me go and check it. Oh, fucking stingies. Is that big enough? Now I could use one like that. Roughly the same thickness. I think this is a better idea. Yeah, I don't think that one's quite big enough, but I'm thinking could maybe get stones like this, which are roughly the same thickness, and just lay a little pad down. I think that's the way I'm leaning. So yeah, the idea is to possibly fill with like hardcore and cement, maybe up to like the bottom of this ring. And then what I'm going to do is get a drill and drill up at an angle just underneath this belt here. Maybe like 6 to 8 millimeter drill bit. And that's because we're then going to turn it into like a planter. I think maybe one of Rachel's rose bushes is going to go in here so it can grow up the post over the next year or so. Because once this is done, we can just like obviously put this somewhere on the land, which would be really nice. But yeah, fill it up with concrete and everything up to that point. Drain holes at an angle. I'll put some shingle in the bottom to allow for the drainage, and then it will be soil in there, and hopefully that'll be all right. Again, it's okay if it only lasts a few years. But yeah, that's the plan for this one and for that one. That one would be a little less, maybe just small little plants. But hopefully, yeah, we can get a rose bush in this one, which would be really nice. So I've just got this barrel level. I don't know if you can see, but I've put our little timbers up there with the hooks on it, and I'm just sort of roughly eyeing it through, and I think it is close to being spot on. I do have another way of checking. I don't know if you can see that green rope or string. But yeah, that's me trying to work out if this is in the right location. But what I'm going to do now is just drill a few holes in the bottom, just because I know we're filling it with concrete, but then we're going to put soil on top, and the barrel is going to swell and expand. So around the edge, I imagined, you know, throughout the seasons it is going to open up a little bit. So I think if I just drill some holes now, then we do have some drainage at the bottom. But I also have some stones, which I'm also going to put at the bottom first, and then the hardcore, and then the cement, and yeah, hopefully that'll work pretty well. But I think we've got a very dark cloud coming over right now, and I think the rain's just picked up as I've said that. So what I have just done is, hopefully you can see, just drilled some, I think they were 8 millimeter holes just all the way around the outside, and underneath the belt going up at an angle I've drilled through. I know a lot of you are probably going to say, well, they're just going to get blocked up. Well, yes, possibly they will, but the idea is to put some bigger stones, kind of like aggregate, on the bottom, only like, I don't know, 50 mil, and then hardcore, and then the cement. So hopefully the cement doesn't go into those holes. I'll fill it up with cement, and if it does cover the holes, I don't mind. Once the cement is going off, I'll go around the outside and just poke through to clear the holes. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Again, these aren't designed to last. Maybe prolong the life of it just a little bit, but we'll see. It's all experimental. Sorry, the smell of these barrels are amazing. I love it. The fact that they're burnt on the inside as well is good, because it won't rot away, hopefully. Oh, that's nice. Right, this is where we're at. So yeah, just put these bits of timber going across just to brace it all up. Obviously this is going to get cut off at a certain height, but yeah, we've just put some hardcore in. I'm going to take that one out because it looks like it's higher than the holes. Yeah, that should be good. So now I've got some postcrete which I'm going to put in there now. And then, yeah, chuck some water in. Should probably have a little read first. Put 2 litres of water in first, chuck that in, make sure it's plumb, tamp it down, add a bit more water. Fair enough. Okay, I think that was a right, I think that was a success. Obviously a little bit drained out, that's fine. But hopefully that's all going to go off now. Don't do that, Cam. Stick your head in there and take a good big sniff. Big. Oh. You feel drunk?
Oh,
that's crazy, isn't it?
That's insane.
Get out the way, I want another go.
Woo! I'm just amazed.
That is like just sniffing straight out of a bottle, isn't it?
Yeah, like you can feel it in the back of your throat,
Yeah.
like you can with whiskey too.
Feel the burn.
That's insane. That's actually really, really cool. It's a shame we're going to put cement in it.
I know.
Wow.
Got this though.
I just think it's amazing how much it smells like it.
We'll keep.
Honestly, it is. It's like in the woods.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yes. Right, if you need me, I'll be here. Of course I wasn't recording. So I've just put some slabs underneath there, so it's off the ground now. Oh, fuck you, Starling. Whew. Right, bits of wood to go across again. Right, we're nearly done for the day. I'm just filling in some voids. Filled it up quite a lot now. So I do think I might have to get some more postcrete. Some of it's already gone off. In fact, like I said, I do have a bag of cement, got some sand, and I've still got some aggregate, so I may also just top it off of that. At the moment, that is not looking great. Yeah, that's not enough. Shit. Okay, that's it. That's me done for today. It certainly ain't the prettiest, but hey, if it holds, it holds. Obviously some of it's going to drain out tonight, that's fine. And we're checking on it in the morning. Oh, I've left my coffee outside. That's a shame. Right, apologies. We've had a couple of days of rain, which has set me back, which isn't good. However, today we went into the city, Inverness, and we picked up our canvas, which is here. As you can see, it does match the roof of the shed, and obviously Kevlar. Yeah, I've kept with that theme. Yeah, but we also got the wire to go across. So this is 5mm stainless steel. And it was a kit that we got off Amazon, and you get all of these sort of components to make the ends up. So yeah, I've just measured the distance across the front one because I believe the front one is in the right location, with it obviously not hitting the sliding door. So I think that's where we want to keep that. So I've measured that distance going across, and I've made 2 of them up. And this is the last one, and I thought I'll just quickly show you. So you get this sort of metal sleeve, so you poke it through, back over, through the other end. And there is a tool which actually crimps this. I don't have that. So that's why we've also got these as well, just to hold them. But yeah, you also get the metal sleeve to go around the hoop as well, so that should protect it. And I didn't actually note this, but this has got like a plastic coating over it as well, so this should last for a very long time. But yeah, I'm just putting this little clamp on the bottom of this one now, and then I can start putting these hoops into the timber. So I bought other ones for the shed side as well. And what also came with this kit is like a tensioner. So once this is up, we can wind it and get it nice and taut to hold up this this canvas. It's a little bit heavy, I'm not gonna lie. It is 5 meters by 4 meters, so, and it's hopefully good quality, but we'll see. If you want, throw it on top of the bins and the... Yeah, there we go. I know, that one's pulling, isn't it? It's alright. Still got to put more weight in it. Huh? What's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong? Well, even if we have to put like big rocks at the bottom, we'll do that. You bastards. It's definitely over 4 meters. Come this way, darling.
Hello?
Don't worry. Banging.
Is this the impact you're hoping?
Yeah, this is exactly what I was going for, darling. Should we see what they cut it to? Yeah, like nearly 4.2. Fucking assholes. Well, I can move it all out. That's fine.
Can you though?
Yeah, that can go a little bit further that way.
Doing it for now. Take it down?
Nah, we'll just put it all back. But this is my idea, is that it will like loop like this.
Yeah. Which is a good idea.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's actually working like that. And the fact that it can all hang underneath the overhang of the roof. Right, so I don't even know how many days have passed now. I think about 4 days. 4 days has passed since I quickly tried to put the canvas up. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, but I've actually been quite sick, so yeah, I've had to take a couple of days off. Today is my first day of feeling normal, so I'm kind of back to it. However, well, we've got more rain coming. So the problem that we did have, if you didn't see it in the last video, is this was meant to be 4 meters by 5 meters. Now, okay, might be ever so slightly out. No, it's 4.2 meters wide. So that's a 200 mil. That's 20 centimeters bigger than it should be. but it's not like something that's going to completely destroy this project. All I've got to do is just move the hooks a little bit further over, and then just move each barrel 100mm either way, and it'll be absolutely fine. If anything, it gives us a bit more cover, but it's not what I paid for. I paid for 4 meters. It's going to rain in any minute now. I can see the cloud coming over. So what I'm going to do is jump into the shed, have a bit of a tidy up, to be honest with you. So I'm going to kill some time doing that. And then what I'm actually going to do is make some changes. So as you can see, I put a little bit of wood there and a little bit of wood there just to pick up for the bracket on the hooks. But my original idea was to actually have a solid piece of wood going all the way across. These were just little offcuts that I decided to use, but I've actually got more timber now, so yeah, I'm going to make one solid piece. Probably going to paint it black so it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. And then there's a few other changes, but I'll tell you those when we actually start to put it up there. But yeah, for now, I'm going to the shed. Voila. Now, this shed is not a shed right now. It is an absolute tip, which I'm not happy about, but I did it to myself. Yeah, this place needs a serious tidy up. I can't even come up with excuses, because there is no excuse for all of this. It's just laziness. I love a good tidy up, but there's tidying up and then there's organising, and I need to go through all of this and actually organise it now, because I'm still in the state of like everything being in boxes ready to go back into a van, go back to work, and really I need to have it more of a workshop setup now. But I've still got stuff to bring up, so I'm holding off really. Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know if I want to keep the bench like that all the way across the back. There's obviously all the solar panels here, which are going to go, so I will have that space. And then, yeah, because I'm still bringing stuff up, I'm not committed to fully organising now. But I can't leave it like this. This definitely needs to be sorted out. But there is a lot more room in here now, and I can just walk in and out, which is a lot better. Well, I'd say that was a pretty good day yesterday. Actually, I actually did end up organising quite a lot. I've actually taken all of my tools from my old toolbox and put it into this now, which is pretty cool. Every drawer has been organised, which is really nice. And then I've just got a few cordless tools underneath here. Still got a load of screws and bolts to all sort through, but I'll leave that for now. That was a really fun day. So what I did right at the end of the day was cut the length of timber that we're going to use. It's all marked out for where this might knock the camera. Yeah, I've marked out where the brackets all need to go. It was quite wet, so I left it overnight, and now I'm just going to put a little coat of paint on it, just so it blends in a little bit better. And then we can go and stick it up and see if this is going to work. However, it's quite windy today. If it was this windy, I would probably have the canopy tucked back now, just so it didn't catch from the wind. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put it up today. We'll see. We'll see. But first, let's give this a coat of paint. Maybe give it a bit of a clean as well. A little sand. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there for this week's video. If you can't tell already, this project did not go to plan and it only gets worse. So make sure you join in for next week's video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.